What's up, Instagram? How you doing? For starters, thank you so much for taking time to watch my first ever split-second story post yesterday. If you missed that, I posted that in my feed, so you can click on my face up here, hop over, watch it, and let me know what you think. And I received some amazing feedback, one of which being that it was hard to follow along with the captions because the commercials were moving too fast. So I'm trying a new format today. I'm going to post a commercial in my stories, then afterwards I'm going to record a video of me explaining some of the story mechanics happening and give you guys some tips for how you can apply story strategies to your own work. So let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in about 60 seconds.
Hey Melissa, the whales need your help.
I love whales!
Go Melissa!
Let's pick up those whales!
Hey Melissa, now the trees need you. The ice caps are in trouble. Hey Melissa, now the rhinos need saving.
Rhinos!
It's hard to be an eco-warrior, but it's easy to drive like one. Introducing the most fuel-efficient crossover, the Kia Niro.
Oh, come on!
Okay, let's talk about that commercial. For starters, I have to say that humor is a really hard brand emotion to pull off, and Kia has mastered it. So hats off to them for accomplishing that. Her unmet need or desire is she wants to save the planet, and the catalyst comes along, which is Kia. Again, they put themselves in the right spot. Brands almost always have to be in the spot of the catalyst, not the hero. There's a few exceptions to this, like if you're a thought leader or an influencer and you're telling a personal story with hopes to influence culture, but if you're selling a product, you almost always have to be the catalyst. So they got that right. As she moves along, obviously the struggle she's going through is getting attacked by whales, attacked by rhinos, falling off of ice caps. And they're painting the picture that saving the planet is hard. 3/4 of the way through the commercial though, they flip the script and you realize, oh, Melissa's actually not the hero. You're the hero because you care about saving the planet too. And they begin to build empathy with how you feel. When they say things like being an eco-warrior is hard, they're saying, hey, we hear you. We understand that you do care about the planet, but you're not sure what to do because the ice caps are halfway across the world and you don't know how to help. They wrap up with the lessons learned and the finish line being that you can save the planet, you can make a difference. Being an eco-warrior is hard, but driving like them is easy by Kia. Let's take a step further and talk about the brand strategy and the brand narrative that's happening, because they're connecting their brand to a very political, very polarizing issue of climate change. And what would have happened if they had come in and just used the same brand emotions that everybody else is using, which is essentially fear, shame, and guilt. We're afraid that we are killing the planet and you should be too, or shame on you, gas guzzler by Kia. Like that wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have the same emotional appeal. But because they position themselves through the brand emotion of humor creates a chemical reaction in our brains that actually releases endorphins. It allows us to let our guard down. It removes stresses and cortisol, helps to pull us into a story without feeling like we're being preached at. In fact, one of the most powerful ways to use the principle of juxtaposition is to position your brand in an opposite emotional territory than the rest of the industry is operating in. The law of positioning demands that you be different, right? You can't just be better or another one of the same. You have to be different. So Kia came out saying, hey, we're going to talk about climate change. We're going to connect our product, which makes sense because it's an eco product. It's a hybrid car, to the issue of climate change, but we're going to do it differently than everybody else, which means that they're going to be remembered. They're going to earn the right to capture your attention, and they're going to pull you into a story, which we'll talk about the brain for a second. When you let your guard down and you get pulled into a story, your brain starts to release chemicals called myelin, which reinforces new neural pathways because stories tell you how to feel, what to think, and what to do. So as your brain is firing off all of these connections and building new neural pathways, myelin comes in, reinforces it, and makes it stronger so it can have a stronger influence on you and do a better job at influencing the way that you think about your role in the environment. Or if you're somebody who doesn't connect their personal identity to caring about issues of climate change, you are not going to be offended. You're not going to be mad. You probably enjoyed the commercial. It was hilarious. The hero ran off with a rhino. It's completely disarming. Okay, so that is your split-second story tip for the day. Send me a DM. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear your thoughts.